Hey podcast, just before we get you to this episode, I wanted to invite you to join us at pageantlaunch.com. We are starting the world's first dedicated pageant review site, and we want you to join our launch team. All you need to do is put in your email address. It's completely free. We are looking to make the pageant industry safe, transparent, and fair, and we'd love your input on how to do that. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, whack in your email address, and let's get you to this episode. Hey everyone, it's Adrian from the Pageant Project. Apologies for being a little late again. It's a usual internet. Our special guest for today is Crystal Gail. Crystal, hello.
Hi everybody, how are you? And thank you so much for having me back on, Adrian.
Crystal and the gang were getting all excited, calling me like a good luck charm or something like that. It was actually quite difficult to get started. They're talking too much. They're too talkative. So I thought, okay, we have to start so that you guys can actually hear what they're talking about. But Crystal is here, and I'll get her to catch us up with what has been happening in a second. But before that, obviously we've got Danielle and Lauren with us as well. So Danielle and Lauren, I guess quickly, how have you guys been since last week?
Really good. Thanks.
Yeah.
You?
And I'm good. And everyone want to comment on how Danielle has upped her background game. I also saw your Instagram story. That painting that photo almost fell on your head.
It did almost fall on me. So it's not on the wall yet. So I've bought some hooks to put it up, but I haven't managed to put it up yet. So it's balanced.
Is it just leaning?
It's leaning. So when I was filming a little, hey, we're going live in 10 minutes, I leant against it and then it started to fall on me. So,
I was wondering how you were going to stop it, because you had one hand obviously holding the phone, the other one holding the thing up, and I'm like, how is she going to get out of this?
I multitasked the heck out of that, so I managed to like get it back in with my head. Well,
okay, I missed the video, but the first thing I do now when I get off of here is go look at your story, because I want to see what just happened.
She literally used her head.
Well,
very literally used her head.
I tagged Adrian in it because I knew he would find it funny, but I didn't tag you guys in that one, so I thought you'd be like,
well, I don't know what that means. Doesn't everyone find that funny? I don't know, it's like, I'm not laughing at people suffering, am I? I think everyone will find that funny.
Yes, you do. You do, Adrian. Let's not lie about this now.
No, that's actually true. I try and keep that hidden from everyone, but I've been outed now. Lauren, how are you? How's the gym been?
Good.
Easy? Painful?
Yeah, well,
it should be painful.
I kind of gave up last week. I went Monday, Tuesday, and then I was like, yeah, that's me done for the week. But this week I'm aiming for 4 days in the gym. But yeah, I did all my meal prep yesterday, so I'm like ready to go.
Meal prep?
Healthy eating and getting motivated. So I'm just so excited.
I'm impressed. Okay, all the way down to meal prep. Is it veganary? Are you doing veganary?
Well, I was gonna, but then I've just decided to do fish instead. So I've got some meal preps for chicken and some for salmon. So, and then for breakfast I'm doing a yogurt and fruit and making sure I have my 5 a day. And
so no, there's no veganuary there whatsoever.
Wait, so are you going vegan?
And well, I was gonna do
no, basically.
Monday. I was gonna say, based on this, the answer is no.
Slowly start cutting out meat, but I realized that I would be too weak in the body to do it and too weak in the mind, because I love meat. I love chicken too much.
To be fair, when you start hitting the gym, unless you're sort of accustomed to vegan food, it can be difficult we've discussed this before, to find the calories, and a lot of people do feel a little weaker on vegan food as opposed to normal omnivorous people until they get used to it. So yeah, I'm not going to judge you on that. At least you're giving it a go. Okay, so Crystal, just before I catch up with you, we've got a lot of people tuning in, and guys, if you have questions for Crystal, put them in the comments. Beverly Mary Roberts has said, hi Crystal Gail, miss you lovely, with 3 X's.
Oh, hi Beverly.
Jessica Zapata has said, hi my beautiful sister, with one of these emojis. And Beverly Mary Roberts has also said, hi everyone, with 2 X's. And we've got a bunch of people. I mean, Kelsey is on, of course Maria is on, and
hi, Maria.
A whole bunch of people. Say hi. If you want me to tell Crystal that you're watching and score extra brownie points, leave a comment and I will read out her comment to you. Read out your comment to her. But
I'll make
Crystal,
sure I give you a shout out.
Crystal, catch us up with everything that happened since I interviewed you. You said 12 hours. I interviewed you 12 hours before you went on stage or something, and then you won.
Yes.
So I'm okay with that. Catch us up.
So before we went live, I was telling the girls and Adrian that I coined Adrian this new term called the Adrian effect.
Well, I dropped out. Have we dropped out, Adrian?
Huh?
Have
no,
we
we should
dropped
still
out?
be good.
Can you hear me?
My screen. Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear everything perfectly. Just my screen went off. It went back to Crystal's picture.
Oh no, mine. I hope it's a good picture.
It's a great picture. It's your headshot with your crown on.
Oh, perfect,
That's
perfect.
weird.
I like that one.
No,
Danielle
it's still
did an
super good.
amazing job.
You're good. You're good. Okay.
Yeah, we're all
Okay,
good.
Crystal, keep going. The Adrian effect.
Okay, so the Adrian effect.
Adrian,
So my first.
tell me more, please. Tell me
Tell
more.
me
how
more.
I
I want to hear
Give me more compliments,
I want
please.
to. So 12 hours before I left to go to Orlando to compete in Galaxy, I actually did my first pageant project interview with Adrian. So I felt like he was my good luck charm because you were the last interview and the last, basically anything that I did except finish packing and prepping and doing a last minute fitting that night to get me ready to go. So I think our interview was actually at 6:30 that afternoon and I left at 7 a.m. The next morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I have now deemed you the Adrian effect. And I want to say thank you because you were a part of my journey to winning the beautiful crown.
So if
But
anybody
speaking
wants
of-
to win a pageant, you need to interview with Adrian the night before you leave, and then you'll be guaranteed a win.
It was the Adrian
don't.
aura. There was something that you did. It came in, and I was just like, wow. And, you know, I was on my game, I guess, from that
the
moment on.
morning of
So
my
thank you,
pageant, I'm just going
Adrian.
to phone Adrian. Like, I just need to talk to you just to calm me down so I can.
Look,
Adrian,
I don't know.
you might want to give your cell phone number so everybody can start reaching out to you and saying, hey, can you talk to me? I'm about to go for my pageant.
There may be some people who are beyond my help. You know, just putting it out there. I mean, I might be good luck, but I can't help. Hey, look, I mean, the whole thing's a joke anyway, right? So, I mean, I'm going to just, Crystal,
No
just
one get
before we get
offended, we're
into...
just joking.
Well, I didn't say who I was talking to, but Kelsey has said, hey, my sis with a love heart. Jessica Barclay has said, evening, I'll be listening in
Miss
soon.
you.
She's just finishing fight camp. Question. All right, well, let's get into the questions. Jessica has asked, Crystal, what's your favorite way to stay fit? And what's your morning routine? Thank you, X. And I remember now back to our interview, you said your PT was cruel and unusual punishment, didn't you say?
Yeah, so you were just talking about meal prepping and all of that. Leading up to the pageant, I was so disciplined. I went to the gym 5 days a week. I meal prepped every Sunday and every Wednesday, and that was it.
Wow.
Now, I'm not going to act like I'm that good. I still have a trainer 3 days a week. I don't meal prep as much as I did. I don't think I have in a few weeks. And I have the worst sweet tooth. So I eat so much dessert, but I try to eat healthy meals so that the desserts offset it.
What's your favorite dessert? That's what I want to know.
That's what I was
I'm
gonna
more
ask.
interested
Oh my
about.
Okay, I don't know if anybody else likes carrot cake as much as I do.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
And that's
No,
too healthy
yes,
for me.
yes.
Okay, I love carrot cake. I
For a
actually have one
chocolate cake.
sitting here. Carrot cake.
I love
And
it
know
when
what's
you got like
weird? I don't like.
walnuts in it.
Yes. And I love the cream cheese, like the warm cream cheese icing that you can put on it. I don't know. I love carrot cake. I'm actually not an ice cream person. Am I the only one out there that would bypass the ice cream?
No, I bypass ice cream
I
too.
put the ice
Yeah, I'm
cream
not an
on
ice
the
cream
side of the cake.
I love ice cream, but it's got to be mint choc chip ice cream, otherwise it's not worth it.
Yeah,
That's like
no
toothpaste.
ice cream.
It's not. It's so
Mint choc
good.
chip ice cream tastes and looks like spearmint toothpaste.
No, it's so good.
Cold toothpaste.
You can just see as Crystal was describing carrot cake, like immediately our facial reactions to it tell you everything you need to know. Lauren obviously is not a fan of I was going to
No,
say
it's
of
gotta be
Crystal,
like
of carrot cake.
chocolate or coffee cake.
Okay,
Coffee.
coffee cake's good. I can do coffee cake.
Yeah.
Hang on, is a coffee cake a cake
my number one.
Is coffee cake a cake you have with coffee, or a cake flavored with coffee?
A cake flavored with coffee.
I've never had this. I didn't know this was a thing.
What?
I'll find you some when you come.
You've never had coffee cake, like coffee and walnut cake?
No, that's why I needed to clarify, because I've heard of tea cake.
Can we make a coffee cake date when we're all in the UK together in a few months?
Yes.
Oh, you're coming to the UK. I feel like we need to actually clarify that.
Afternoon tea somewhere and get some cake and tea and just relax.
Just anything that's not Taco Bell or KFC, Lauren, would be greatly appreciated, honestly. I know we've discussed this at length.
Taco Bell in Wales.
Thank God. But Crystal, are you coming to the UK for UK Galaxy?
I am. We're also doing our Queen's Retreat, so I will be there. So I'm excited. I can't wait to actually meet you in person. The Adrian Effect, live in person.
Okay. I'm going to be swamped now that you said this. Everyone's going to want to be like, oh, can I get a piece of the Adrian Effect?
In a corner saying, if you touch me, it's like £5 and the effect will come off on you all. Pay for my trip to come here.
Exactly.
Is that what it is? Everybody walks by and they just...
It's got to rub your head or something.
Yeah. I'm gonna charge for that, and I'm gonna charge for every photo as well, so I can pay for my trip. But Crystal, just to get back to this, because I think we got too excited and forgot to answer Jessica's question. So she asked favorite way to stay fit, which we've answered. But what's your morning routine? She wants to know. That's her favorite question.
So my morning routine, Monday through so my trainer is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning. So you know where I am early in the morning on those days. And then usually it's just having a protein shake and getting ready for work. And then grabbing a little snack on my way out. So usually some kind of fruit, probably with peanut butter because I still need something sweet.
Can I ask, because
that offsets it for me.
I want to get to know you more. What do you do as a job?
So I'm actually a pharmaceutical sales rep. So I work for a cancer company. So I work with patients in the area, just kind of as the liaison between the company as well as the physician office or the hospital, helping make sure that everyone gets the medication or the chemotherapy or any kind of treatment that they need. So I've been doing pharmaceutical sales for about 13 years now.
Wow. You look too young to have been in a job for 13 years.
I was just about to say, I'm definitely
I was going to get Crystal to actually...
Yeah,
I don't know if Crystal wants to say how old she is, because I do know, but you do not look... No, I know,
okay.
but she does not look...
I don't mind. I'll be honest. I'm 36 years old.
You look amazing.
Crystal, let's turn the tables around. How old do you think I am?
At least 18.
That is not an answer.
Don't flatter him, Crystal.
That is not an answer. Hang on.
Adrian's head just starts to grow. He's like, I'm the good luck charm. I look 18. Oh my God, I'm amazing.
What's wrong with that, Lauren, if I think I'm amazing? Isn't that a good thing?
It is. It's a very good thing.
Beatrice has said, hi, Crystal, and she's asked, do you have any secret talents?
Ooh,
oh, boy, Beatrice, you're putting me on the spot here. Let's see, secret talents. Okay, I'll tell you this. A lot of people don't know, but I was actually a drummer in high school, and I was in the marching band, and I got accepted to go to college to be a drummer in the marching band. I didn't do it, but I've actually been drumming since I was 12. So I've been drumming for a while. So I would say that's a pretty cool talent. And I'm not going to do it. Maybe one day I'll surprise everybody.
Is that
and you guys can hear
drum here and you're like this?
Yeah,
like American Pie.
Yes, and I have a photo of me like all dressed up, hold like with in like my band uniform with like, you know, the quill coming out of the hat.
Oh wow, I'm gonna
have to post it one day for you to see. I'll put like my Galaxy photo next to, you know, 17-year-old Crystal holding a drum with a big hat on.
I feel like if it was ever possible, it'd be so cool if like the whole like the Galaxy Queens at the moment, if they could all play an instrument and you could form a band. That would be very cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, now I want to know. Okay, any of my sister queens out there, Do you any of you play an instrument? Can we come up with something? Maybe we could be a
Can
band.
they collab?
Maria could dance.
Song.
Maria's an amazing dancer. Maria, we're gonna have her
A
dance.
charity song with a music video. We can do Maria as like the music.
We're gonna do the next Live 8.
I'm directing it.
The hardest one to find, though, the hardest thing to find, not ironically, but the hardest thing to find is someone who can sing. Can anyone sing?
Don't go there, Adrian. We know that you've been dying to have people sing live.
Adrian,
just because you wouldn't sing in our interview.
No, actually, I think I did. What did I sing?
Didn't.
I did. I swear I sang something.
No, I would have remembered. I would have clipped it and put it on my Instagram.
Did you trick me into singing something?
No.
Oh, I can't remember. We've done a few of these.
I kind of want to hear it now. Do you want to sing a song?
What should I sing, guys? Come on, taking requests.
I don't know. Whatever you would like to sing on the spot.
Are you tone deaf?
I'm not gonna go there.
Can you actually sing?
I can actually sing.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you made it. You made it out like you were like a cat dying or something.
There's certain high notes that I can't quite reach. And if
Whitney Houston.
Okay, well, I nominate someone to sing. My little sister queen who won preteen, Gianna Gonzalez. Oh my goodness! If you haven't heard her sing, she's amazing. She's the one. We got to get her on here and let her sing live. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh! So, okay, Gianna Gonzalez, if you're out there, you might be in school right now. When you get out of school and you're watching this on replay,
hopefully she's at school right now.
Sing, please.
So, I mean, because obviously I know Ruby, Kelsey, and the other Crystal are your other three sister queens. So can any of them sing?
I don't know. If you guys are on, let me know.
Ruby can dance. I'm sure Ruby does.
I know she can dance.
Ruby dances. That's right. Ruby can dance.
So.
Yeah, but we've got dancers. We don't have singers.
I feel like Kelsey can sing. I don't know why, but I feel like Kelsey could sing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, the video that we made for Maria, when everybody was singing Happy Birthday, Beatrice and Kelsey, they sounded really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need them.
Okay, I'm thinking get them. And wait, Beatrice, I think you're asking me about the hidden talent. Can you sing?
Let's go back to the questions for a sec. Maria has asked, so how old are you, Adrian? I mean, how old do you think I am? Anyone want to guess? Throw me a guess.
Put your guesses below how old.
Everyone put your guess.
Throw me a guess.
Best
Maria,
guess wins.
Maria, also, since you're watching, I was going to send you a message, but I'll just say it here. If you want to be our guest again next week, let me know, because we're down a guest for next week. So if you want to be back on with us next week, let me know. But I'll send you a message as well. Natalie Pav has said, OMG, Crystal, you look amazing. I'm 36 as well. I love ye skincare. Do you have any tips? XX. Skincare tips, Crystal.
Skincare tips.
Apart from good genetics.
I want to say maybe a little bit of genetics, but I am pretty strict about skincare. But I don't really have like an intense nighttime routine. But I have a very elaborate morning routine. So it's like wash, do a double cleanse, use a toner, then a vitamin C, and then another serum, and then a moisturizer that has sunscreen in it. And then, so my morning routine's really elaborate, but I don't have an elaborate nighttime routine. So if somebody has questions, let me know.
See, I'm the opposite.
I get up 30 minutes before I have to go to work. I do not have that.
Lauren, you need to start doing this. Prevention is key.
I use Ole Henriksen, and that's about it in the morning.
Okay,
I use an eye cream, a moisturizer, and a vitamin C cream, and that's me. Oh,
I thought you were going to say Ole. I thought you were going to say, I only use Ole. I was like, what?
I like Ole.
No,
whereas
Henriksen.
Yeah, they're good. Whereas I'm really the opposite. I have a really strict nighttime routine and a pretty simple morning one. I need to get.
I feel like it's supposed to be that way. I feel like I should have a more elaborate nighttime routine, but
because that's when your skin cares.
And I get facials every other month, like to the day, like every 8 weeks to the day. I go and I get like a medical facial. So I'll do like microderm or like something like that, so that I keep doing like skin repair. I'm actually doing this weekend's my 8th week, so you know what I'll be doing this weekend?
Microdermabrasion.
And then, you know, you look like super red and pink for a few hours after. And you're like, gosh, I hope I don't go anywhere where anyone sees me.
My sister works in the beauty industry, so I usually just go to her and get mine done. But I've only had it done like twice.
I was going to say, I'm jealous.
I feel like when I'm over there, I should get a facial. There are a few things that I want to try just because I see everyone else trying them, and getting a facial, getting a manicure, those sorts of things. But I don't know. I think it could be funny. Jessica
Zapata, with like nail extensions on, and he's like, "I'm ready for Galaxy."
Well, I can't have you guys the only ones glammed up. I mean, I have to go fairly glam, so maybe I should. You know, don't judge, Lauren. Don't go there.
The UK Glam Squad for hair and makeup, then.
You joke about that, but when I interviewed Charlotte Clemmy, they were talking about doing a pajama party. So you never know. You never know. Crystal, Jessica Zapata has asked, where is your favorite place to travel?
Oh, wow. Okay, so let's see. I've been to quite a few countries over the last couple of years, but...
you've traveled a fair bit. You've come to Europe for quite a lot, I've seen.
Quite a bit, yeah. I just did a South America trip last month. So that was my first time to South America. I went to Colombia. But I've done a lot of Europe. But I think of all, and I haven't been to the UK yet. So when I go in March, that'll be my first time. So I get to share that experience with all of you guys. But I guess if I had to pick my favorite place, I tell everybody Portugal. Portugal is absolutely beautiful, and I would go back in a heartbeat if I could. So I don't know if you've been or not, but there's something magical about Lisbon, Portugal. There's this one restaurant. I have no idea what the name is. If I ever go back, I'm going to have to look. But it's sitting on the coast, and you overlook the water, and you're just in this beautiful country, and there's like castles on one side and country land on the other side, and then this beautiful body of water, and it's just everything about it's amazing. So I would say Lisbon, Portugal, but UK, I'm coming for you.
Crystal, do you generally eat fairly healthy?
Yes, except for the dessert part. But if you cut out the dessert part, then yeah, everything else is pretty healthy.
Okay, so Lauren, are you hearing this?
Yeah, I've eaten healthy now for like a week, except for McDonald's.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about when we come over. Please get us food that's not going to kill us.
Okay.
Oh, and you know what my favorite?
I eat healthy.
I don't know why it's my favorite. I want like fish tacos from everywhere. Fish tacos.
Oh, good luck.
Tacos here.
Mexican food.
That's about it.
It's just fish and chips. That's it. All right. Well, that'll work for me. All right, fish and chips.
We don't do Mexican food very well here at all.
No.
And I live in London. This is like a mecca of food.
All right, fish and chips.
No Mexican restaurants in Wales, I don't think.
There's probably 2 very good Mexican restaurants in London. And when you think how many restaurants there are in London, just 2 decent.
Really? Well, I'm excited because Maria,
authentic-ish.
I'm sure Maria knows the best of everything. And when I went to Austin with Maria, we went to the best pizza place. We went to the best restaurant. She knew all the cutest little places. I feel like I'm in good hands with Maria, so I can't wait.
You talked about fish and chips. When I was in the UK last time, I had fish and chips. I went to this restaurant, I think it might have been called World's Best Fish and Chips, or it actually had in the window that they had the world's best fish and chips. And I just have to say that it was false advertising. It definitely wasn't the world's best fish and chips.
They have that in every fish and chip shop, Adrian, come on.
But I mean, coming from Australia, you're going to tell me that you have the world's best fish and chips.
It's like marketing.
It's called lying, Lauren.
It's a tourist destination as well, and
it's called lying.
Everyone in.
Nowhere near the sea. He's landlocked.
Yeah.
It's not fresh.
Beatrice has said that she plays the violin. Beatrice, I play the violin as well.
Yes. Okay, so we got a violin player and a drummer. Our band is growing.
We still don't really
I can play the triangle.
Triangle play.
Or tambourine.
Ding, ding, ding.
Maybe we need someone to click fingers or something like that.
I can click.
We found something Lauren can do. Hooray. Jessica has said, my gym does amazing carrot cake. Beatrice has, they're getting a lot of questions about this, Crystal. Beatrice has asked, what is a secret to maintaining your youthful appearance?
skincare. We've got to that skincare.
And I think being happy and just enjoying life. I really, really believe that because, you know, there's not too many things out there that bother me. I'm surrounded by amazing people. And so just every day is a good day. I think that positivity and being around that kind of aura from the people you're around, I think that just radiates, you know, youth.
For real. I absolutely agree. Okay, I'm going to read out a few comments because there are a lot, and otherwise we're going to get behind and then people stop commenting because they go, Adrian, you're not reading the comments. So,
no, okay.
deep breath. Here we go. Jessica Barclay said, please let me take you to a land cafe in London. Cake is insane. Maria has said, I sang in school choir for like 7 years. Louise Parkinson has said 30. That's my age. Louise, thank you for that. You've made me feel very good, but no, that is not correct. Beatrice has said, I can carry a tune, but I'm not a singer. Maria Torres has said, I will, but I'm not singing. Okay, so Maria, we'll see you on the podcast next week. Fantastic. I'm sure a lot of people will have questions in the lead up to Galaxy.
Everyone's going to ask Maria, please sing.
Get song requests. Get your song requests ready.
Danielle, I think from now on you should just take the song requests. Anytime anyone wants to hear a song, just ask and then we'll get Danielle to sing it. Natalie has said, yes, love facials. My sponsor for Mrs Galaxy UK is a medical skincare place. It's been amazing. And Maria has said, no Mexican food in UK. I'm willing to try. That is very brave of you, Maria.
Taco Bell. They're
Taco Bell is not Mexican food, Lauren.
This is what I told her in our interview.
It's not authentic Mexican.
It's not authentic anything.
But it's the closest we get.
It's as authentic as they're gonna get, I guess.
Why don't you just get a can of beans and like some burrito, some brown rice, and like guacamole, and make it yourself? Then it'll be authentic.
Throw it all together and make a little burrito.
Yeah.
No, that you need magic. You need
magic.
You need proper
magic.
You need the magic.
Mexican food.
Even if you make it yourself, it's never going to be good. It's good.
I tell you what, all I'm craving is Maria's rice and beans.
Maria, I have heard about this.
Yeah.
Oh my!
I want rice.
I
missed out at the Queen's Retreat last year because obviously I didn't go and I miss her.
Can you bring some with you to the UK, please?
Or can you just make it for us and we'll all come round for dinner?
Oh, yes,
please.
Yes. We could find her a kitchen and she could just cook dinner for everybody that night.
We'll just take her into the restaurant in the park hall and be like, there you go, you can cook in here.
Maria, I want to try this. I have heard nonstop about how amazing your cooking is.
It is awesome.
Nope, and we're back.
It needs to be done.
All right. What I wanted to ask you guys quickly, because it's just come into 2020, I wanted to ask you guys what your goals for 2020 were, but also whether you've set any goals or you have any New Year's resolutions, or do you have a goal setting process for the beginning of the year? I know it's not strictly pageantry, but I think given that it's the beginning of a new year, it'd be interesting to see your guys' take on how you set goals, because you've all had a lot of success in pageantry. I'm sure it's not always been successful. There's a lot of, as Danielle likes to say, she's lost more than she's won, which I respect that you can say that. But in terms of setting goals, I mean, we're 2 weeks into January, so why don't I swing over to Crystal, I guess, first. So when it comes to the new year, do you have any like a goal setting process, Crystal, or do you have any particular goals you've set yourself for 2020? I mean, you've got the crown that you wanted, so what's next?
To try to convince Maria to let me have it for another year. You know, it's funny. I have two best friends, so there's a little trio of us. And every year we always say, okay, what is our resolution for this year, or what is our goal for this year? And we try to do something together so that we can kind of hold each other accountable. Because I always have, you know, professional goals and personal goals, but it's kind of fun to have a goal that you do with your friends also.
Yeah.
So to me, that's always one of the stronger goals, and, you know, I put the most effort into doing it. So actually for us this year, it was to learn a little bit more about our faith and our backgrounds and our cultures. and explore that a little bit more. I know I've had a chance to speak to Adrian in the past. I know he knows, and I know some people watching knows, but I have such a multicultural background myself that I've been trying to explore and learn a little bit more about. And I want to visit, where did I come from? So my mom was born in Trinidad, but my ties come from India, and then my dad's German. So one of my goals, and it's not just, for this year, but it's over the next few years, is just really learning more about who I am and where I came from and seeing it. So it involves more travel. We all know how much I love traveling. That might be why I made it part of my goal, because it justifies it just a little bit. But yeah, that's one of my personal goals is, learn a little bit more and talk to the family members that I have around me before I don't have them around anymore, so that I can learn just a little bit more about it and take the time to actively do that. So that's one of my goals for this year. Just, self-growth.
How about
you guys?
Crystal, do you keep your goals written anywhere or visible anywhere?
I do, actually. I actually put it in my notes in my phone. And so somebody always told me, whenever you have an idea or you have a goal in mind about something, write it down. So if you want to get a promotion, write down when you want to get it, what you hope to accomplish, why you think you should get it, what you would need to get there. And so I've started doing that. So if you ever look in the notes on my phone, to anyone who has access to my phone, now you know all the secrets are hidden in there. I have tons of notes, but it's just things that are important to me, things that are just non-negotiable in life and things that I want in life. So I write it down and I keep it in my notes. And every so often I kind of go back and I check on that.
Yeah. Guys, for you guys watching, I'd love to actually hear how you do your New Year's resolutions or goal setting. I mean, I know Jessica Barkley is watching. I'm sure you have a fairly detailed process because you love these sorts of things. But I'd love to. I mean, we all have our own way. I'm sure Jessica's way is very thought out and very thorough, and some of us would just write something down in lipstick on the mirror or something like that.
Yeah, but I want to learn other ways. So yes,
exactly.
When everybody shares, I want to learn, what are you doing that I can do to enhance that for myself?
Well, on that note, let's switch over to Lauren. So Lauren, what do you do, goal setting wise or resolutions wise? Do you do them? Do you not do them?
So I think for me, each year my goals always change as they do once you've hit them. I only have one big goal this year. Well, actually, one big goal this year. And I think most people are aware of what that goal will be. And for me, that's to just have my last and final success in the pageant industry. Obviously, I am competing in Miss Wales in April. It will be my last pageant, and then that will be me done forever. I will not be returning. And I'm probably going to be sticking to that unless I miraculously find someone to marry me, or Adrian.
Then you do, Mrs. Galaxy.
So now it's about just taking each week as it comes, creating those little steps each week on how I'm going to get there. Sorry, my reminder to go to bed has just come up on my phone. I also have
what?
Because now this is coming on to the topic.
20 to 10.
I started to make sure I go to bed early, wake up early, get myself in a positive mindset, so that once I'm woken up, I can have a coffee, make my breakfast, do my skincare, but just put some moisturizer on and do my makeup. And then I feel so much refreshed for work, and I'm ready to get on with the day when I'm in work, and then hit the gym at the end of it and just eat healthy and just stay fit and motivated. And because last year I feel because I handed over my crown and I didn't kind of have anything to work towards, I wasn't motivated. I was so unhealthy. I was eating junk food every week, and I felt so sluggish in myself. And then my medication on top of everything kept me at such a level where I just couldn't get on with my life. Now I'm off my medication. I'm 6 months done with it, and I feel so much better, and I'm ready to take on the world.
Yeah. I can't
wait. This year I feel it's gotten up to a great start.
One of the side effects
really
of that medication is depression, isn't it? It's advertised on the side of it.
Suicide. It's actually suicide.
As a side effect.
Wow. So when we got our booklet, it was depression, psychosis, suicide, sciatica, nosebleeds, dry skin.
This was for Accutane, wasn't it?
That you could think of.
Crystal, obviously doing the work that you do, you'll be familiar with it.
Facebook and
Yeah,
you'll see my before and after photos of my acne. So yeah, but I just feel so much better now that I'm not on it, and I always get compliments on my skin, and I'm like, thanks.
Well, your skin does look amazing.
Can I say you're glowing today, Hans?
It does.
I know you
I've
are.
got like
You're
3
radiating.
breakouts, but they're only small, so I'm like glad that they're just tiny ones compared to what they used to be.
I'm going to go across to Danielle for her goals and resolutions, but just before that, Lauren, I didn't know that was going to be your last pageant. So, any particular reason you can share with us? And you sound very definitive about it as well.
I used to say that all the time, and here I am, 10 years later.
I'm leaving the UK in 2021. I'm no longer going to be living here or residing in the UK. So
where are you moving to?
If everything is going well this year and next year, I'll be living in Thailand and starting my future there. Yeah.
That's amazing.
So I'm really happy, and I can't wait. And we're already like making plans to do the move and finding out which part we want to live.
Yep.
And I'm making plans to come and stay with you because I love.
I was like, I'm coming to visit. I want to go.
You can all. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to like afford anything fancy out there, but it'll probably be like a studio, maybe with a sofa bed or something like that. We'll figure it out so friends and family can come and stay, or we'll just get a blow-up mattress. Everyone.
Just the floor is fine. Just you know.
I would say the floor is fine.
You're having international queens come over. They're low maintenance. Just put them on the floor. It's all good.
Everyone is welcome.
Be careful. You say that in public, you're going to end up with like a whole thing of people turning up on your front door, going, "Lauren, got any floor space left?"
It's true. They're going to say, "I saw you online. You said everybody's welcome. I'm coming over."
Just message me beforehand.
We heard you have a
floor.
Just before I shoot over to Danielle, let me catch you up on the comments. So Maria Torres has said, cooking in my Airbnb. Sarah Louise Nuttall Pritchard has said, Happy New Year, ladies and gent, looking fabulous. I've never been called a gent before. Maria has also said, my 2020 goal, find my damn iPad Pro. Maria, what's the story with your iPad?
Oh, this iPad!
Yeah, what is that?
What happened?
Like, why?
I'm putting that on my 2020 goals. Maria, find her iPad.
Help Maria find her iPad.
Yes.
Sarah has also said, talking about singing, maybe you should rap.
Oh my goodness. Have you ever seen Sarah's rap? Because that is
the best thing brilliant.
I have ever seen in my life. When she handed over Mrs. Galaxy crown,
I saw that. I saw the video.
It was my idea. I'd like to add to this. We were in a phenomenal judging. And I was like, you should just wrap your handover speech.
She wrapped her hand over. I don't know, Sarah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
She did like the Fresh Prince.
Mrs. Galaxy International 2016. So she handed over the year I competed, 2017. She's from the UK.
Right.
And so she was one of Holly's queens. And her daughter was also Miss Teen Galaxy England the same year, so they went together to compete at internationals.
I love that story.
It was the cutest.
Okay.
The rap is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. If you haven't seen it, everyone go and watch it on the Galaxy page.
That might actually be worse than singing. Speaking of singing, I don't know if we discussed this on the podcast, but we finally found Olivia McPike's singing video, and I got to say.
Oh yeah, where was that? Did you post it?
No, because I didn't, because it was really disappointing because it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty good.
Really good at singing.
It's like, I'm not going to put this up to embarrass someone when it's good. Like, so that was really disappointing. But then who was it? Someone, I think it might have been Chloe, recorded Joanna singing at Miss World.
I saw that.
And that was hilarious.
We were all eating Dominoes after going out after Miss World, and Joanna's there proper singing and going for it, and she could not sing.
She was. That was incredible.
I would describe that.
I didn't even know the song, but she knew it word for word. Passionately.
I describe her singing as very enthusiastic. Let's just leave it as extremely enthusiastic. All right. Before I switch over to Danielle, Jessica Barclay has given us her goal system, and I knew it would be fairly comprehensive. So, Crystal, here you go. I write my life goals out each morning as if I have completed them, so they're already done thing. I have an inspiration board on my office/dressing room wall. I do mini goals each day. 3 things that will make today a good day. I actually do something similar to that sometimes. At the end of each year, I also do a habits list. That's similar to me as well. So habits I want to do each day, each week, and each month. Those then get scheduled into my Google Calendar. So there you go. That's a fairly comprehensive way of doing it. She's also said that she's been on Roaccutane, seriously impacted first time, antidepressants and therapy treatment to get me through. Wow, it was hideous, but my bad skin made me so depressed anyway. Yeah, it's not a good, like if you're upset with your skin and then you take a drug that makes you depressed, it's obviously compounding the problem. And Maria has said, OMG, Adrian, I will send you the link to the video of Sarah wrapping her hand over. Best thing ever. Well, it's got to go up against Joanna singing. So we're going to have a competition to see which is the more embarrassing video. The Sarah
I want to see the video of Joanna
Oh my God,
singing.
no, it's the funny... Sarah's rap was literally because she came out with like this regal music and she's like this. And Maria's like, what the hell is she doing? And then next thing it goes into Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. This is a story of...
It is so good.
It's a really awesome video.
Okay.
Really, it's so good.
Danielle, sorry, finally getting to you. In terms of goal setting, New Year, resolutions, etc., fill us in with what you do.
Well, depending on the goal. So one of my number one goals this year is to work on my health like everyone does, but particularly my sleep. I'm not the best sleeper. I've had insomnia in the past. I got over that. And every now and then it likes to creep back in. Yeah. So I find myself eventually falling asleep around about 2 o'clock. Those probably see the little green dot on my Instagram until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Lauren, you've seen it.
Yeah.
I probably, thing is, I go to bed early and I'm in bed for hours and hours and I just don't sleep. So I mentioned to you last week about the sleep app that I downloaded. Yep. I would show you, but I'm filming on my phone. So I have a sleep app and it really monitors my sleep. It's such a good app. It records me if I snore. Apparently I have been snoring recently. I don't normally snore.
Oh my goodness.
But I snored for a minute the other night and I was just like, oh, that's strange. It has zigzag lines. So when you're stirring, when you're about to wake up, it kind of tells you when you're in your REM sleep. So delving into my sleep a little bit more and then kind of improving that, because I would like to be a morning person. I am not naturally a morning person. And I really wish that I was, because I feel like you are so much more productive if you are a morning person. So that is probably one of my goals, is to become a morning person. So
I really wish I was like a morning gym person, but I could never do that.
Yeah. I mean, I did go for a period when I was training for the marathon in 2013. I made myself a morning person because I wanted to get my runs over and done with, so that, I had my training in there, because I don't like getting back from work and then you get home and then you get settled and you don't want to go for a run. So I made myself a morning person then, so I'm going to try and do it again. What else? Another thing that I'm working on this year is to volunteer more time and help out in my community. And I think that's a domino effect from being involved with Galaxy. So I really want to get out there a little bit more, because I feel like of all my time in pageantry, I've given a lot of money to charity, but I haven't necessarily given a lot of time. Yeah. So that's something that I really want to work on, and being involved with the conservation volunteers that I get together with the first Sunday of every month. And that's kind of like my gateway into it. I've taken on a bit of extra responsibility there. I'm managing the social media part of it, which is really fun, and just kind of getting new recruits on board. So I'm taking a little bit more responsibility there. But I would also like to get involved with a few more organisations that I can really give my time to, because when I'm not doing appearances, I am pretty free at the weekends. I don't have a boyfriend that needs my time. I don't have, a really...
Applications below.
I was just saying, are you asking for people to send you a message?
I don't think... I don't think they're going to be watching this, Adrian.
There's probably no guys
Into the
watching.
deep.
If you're a guy watching this, comment below.
So I'd really like to kind of find a few more organisations that I can volunteer my time and make myself self-abuse. So I think that's, and then obviously goals is Galaxy. Crystal, I want to come for your crown. I'm not going to lie.
She's going to steal your crown, Crystal.
Crystal's got it for another year.
Crystal, if you've got it for another year, then I'll come back the next year. So that's kind of...
Everyone always says to me, like, why can't you compete to, like, defend your title? I'm like, that's not how pageants work.
No, I know. Unfortunately, it's not.
Yeah, so obviously Galaxy UK is the first priority, and then just kind of hopefully if I was to win that, to go on and do myself proud at the international, that is obviously the dream.
Danielle, on that topic, do you actually have any questions for Crystal, given that she has your crown, or she has the crown that you want? Do you have any questions specifically for Crystal?
What did they ask you in your interview?
Lots of questions. But I mean, that was before she won.
They asked a lot. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Her interview. Carry on.
My interview.
Oh, not your interview, Adrian. It's not all about you.
Yeah. Yes, it is. No, I know. I'm getting mixed up. Go for it, Crystal.
They asked me a lot in my interview, and I was surprised at how much interaction I was able to have in just a short amount of time. So they asked a lot about the charity work that I've done, kind of what my platform is. They just wanted to know a little bit more about me. And they asked a little bit more about my career and what I did. And it was actually, when I walked out of that interview, it was one of those moments where I looked back and I was like, okay, what just happened? This is so crazy, because I was asked, and I don't want to go into too much detail because, I never want to divulge somebody else's story, but I was asked by one of the judges about my career and what I did for a living. And I happened to mention my background with cancer, as far as working for a company that sells certain cancer products. And this particular judge knew exactly what I was talking about. And it was a really weird, moment to where we kind of understood each other, and we kind of wow. I mean, it was like everything just stopped for me, because it's not often I'm talking about something so near and dear to me, but then somebody else is saying, oh my gosh, I relate to that. I've been through a similar situation. And it was like nobody else was in the room except just me and this person. And it was, I had to kind of contain myself a little bit, because I thought, wow, that's never happened. And all the charity I've done, and all the public speaking I've done, and all the people that I come one-on-one with, I've never had somebody say, in an indirect way, you directly impacted me. So it was just one of those moments where I just sat there and I almost was shocked myself. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
And I was almost shocked myself. And it was just one of the most beautiful, amazing moments. So they just wanted to know more about me and who I am as a person. And I say to everybody, interview is one of my most favorite parts of competing. I mean, I love being on stage. I love being in elegant gowns and amazing swimsuits. But there's something about
that wind on stage.
Yeah,
that's
oh my gosh, yes! And I hit the fan. I'm so excited on the photos. I hit the fan. Yeah. But there's something about interview, just being able to truly be who you are, and just showing your authentic self, and not trying to impress anybody except yourself. Just saying, this is who I am, and this is why I enjoy doing what I do. And I felt like me being as honest and vulnerable about things that have impacted me personally is really what made me resonate and connect with those judges just a little bit more. And actually, that was some of the feedback that I got after as well.
Nice.
So I tell everybody, just go into that interview and be vulnerable and show them who you are. You don't have to be in there. We already have the perfect makeup and the perfect hair, and our outfits are super tailored, and we're going in there to ourselves. But sometimes our perfect version is that flawed version, and those moments that we've gone through that got us there. And so share that, because I think that's where we can all relate.
Yeah, I think that's really great advice.
Danielle, you're looking forward to interview this time around, I know.
I am, because it's usually the one that I feel most anxious about, and I feel like 3 minutes is probably not going to be enough time now. Which is great, because 3 minutes or so, I would dread those 3 minutes. It'd be the longest 3 minutes of my life, and I get really nervous, and I get really awkward when I get nervous, and I'm just really excited to kind of talk about the year that I've had and how thankful that I am to have gone through this process. I would have never have gone through this process had I had won last year, and I believe everything happens for a reason, and I'm just really thankful. And then I'm just to talk about everything that I've done and what I'm looking forward to.
I have a hard time for some reason. Maybe it's just I've only seen you sort of on Skype, Danielle, but I have a hard time imagining you awkward and nervous.
Oh no,
I was just about to say the same thing.
I get so weird. Maybe ask the judges from last year, because I was so weird. I was talking about a cat that attacked us on our walk that we did. I just rambled on about that for ages. I remember I went into an interview once where I spoke about David Beckham for like a good half minute. I remember one pageant interview I had, I broke down in tears because I was in a bad situation in my life, and literally what broke me down in tears was like, they went to me, "Are you okay?" And I went,
no. Honestly, I kind of want to hear the cat story now.
Oh, it's so boring. So basically, last year.
Here we go.
It's not. Last
Have
year
you heard the cat story?
No,
no.
I avoid telling people about it because it's like traumatizing. Basically, I walked the length of the Thames. I can't remember how far it was on the top of my head. I think it's like 35k. I can't remember. It was a long way. And just as we hit East London, we were walking with a dog as well for a part of it. This deranged out of the bush and started attacking us. And probably one of the most memorable experiences that I had an appearance, that I've never been attacked by a cat before. It was like, it turned from like this cute little cat that was just there, and then it just turned into a panther, and it scared all of us. We all screamed. There were 3 of us walking it. I just called it a very boring story, but basically we got attacked by a cat on a charity walk. What? And I spoke about that for ages, and that took too much time up in my interview when I could be talking things that I've been up to. I just
what
spoke
question
about being attacked by a cat.
When you responded with the cat story, what was the question?
I think what was your favourite appearance? What was my most memorable appearance? And I said there's 2. I said going to Myanmar and I was in Grand, because I feel it's really important to, support your girl. And then walking the Thames, but what made it even really memorable was being attacked by a cat. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord. Yes.
I mean, I've had like, when you said that you cried in an interview, I cried in my UK Power Pageant interview. I cried like full on tears, and I was like, wait, I just need a moment.
Thing is, I don't admit, like, it wasn't. Some people go in and cry crocodile tears and think that. I don't know why,
when it comes out and you're like,
it's been like a thing.
Stop it. I don't know why I'm crying.
Yeah, because you're like so nervous, and you've worked so hard in the run up to the pageant, and there's all this anxiety.
And then I hear it's hard to stop.
Oh, you just
because
take
one part, now you're a little bit embarrassed, and you keep going.
I'm fine.
Yeah, it takes okay, and you're like.
I think I had the question like, why? It was like, what title do you want from the UK Power Pageant? Because at the time there was like 3. And I said, I obviously want Miss Grand Wales. And I said, I can connect with the, obviously the Stop the War and Violence side of things. And then they were like, can you explain further? And I was like, I was beaten up. And I was like, it just started coming out.
Yeah.
I don't like violence.
Oh, I got put in hospital once and I hate it. And I'm like, yeah, okay, that's enough now.
Yeah, don't take me there.
Yeah, don't trigger me like that, please.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
can't.
feel like
fair,
it's easily triggered.
All the judges were like, God, I'm gonna cry too. It's like,
Oh,
Well,
okay. I haven't had one of those moments yet, but I do have those moments that are a little emotional. But I'm just like, okay, keep it in, keep going.
but then your voice starts to break and you can't keep it in any longer.
There's a little bit of water in my eye coming.
Wait.
Alright.
Give me a
Let's
second.
not cry in any interviews coming out unless it's tears
Yes.
of joy because we did so well.
Yes, no crying.
Yes, that's the only crying we're going to allow. Happy one.
Okay, so
Too blessed to be stressed.
that is, I think the question of mine was not being able to imagine Danielle being awkward in an interview. Okay, so I can't imagine being attacked by a cat. It just seems like something you could, kick and well. I have to say again, that's a joke because every time
kick the cat, don't matter how much it attacked me, I was never going to kick a cat.
like every time I say you can just kick something, I have to say that it's a joke.
I think I just went or like I made some noise at it and then it ran away.
Can you do that again?
No, because you're gonna make me a team.
Oh, speaking of that, yes, Adrian, I
Yes.
want a meme.
You want
Or like a
me?
gif.
I don't think I've had one yet.
Oh
I
no!
don't know, like,
No, Crystal,
Yeah,
you
I
look
don't
too.
know, I need a
And then he
meme.
records it.
Crystal, you're too how should I say, like queen-like and appropriate to be turned into a meme. You need to have really kind of weird facial expressions, which is why now that Lauren has mentioned it, that's reminded me I need to make one of Lauren when she was on our podcast and she was soused, because that was hilarious. Her face was so funny during that whole time. But Crystal,
That was the best.
you don't have any like.
My mom was like, you weren't
Oh,
even
gosh,
drunk.
do I
You
need
were
to make,
fine.
like,
And I'm like,
weird
yeah, thanks,
faces?
mum, for the encouragement.
You were fine, but you were hilarious. You wouldn't shut up.
know,
I
I am always
couldn't get the
funny.
podcast started for 10 minutes because you wouldn't stop talking.
And I was
He
just
was
eating
on
nuts,
form.
like
Um,
nuts and water. Like
I have turned
It
Danielle.
was the water that gave it away.
I've turned Danielle into
Flying
one.
the tequila through.
Yeah,
If you're
all the
talking about the
tequila.
gifts, so I've turned Danielle into one. I need to turn Lauren into one, but Crystal, yours is too.
Yeah.
It looks too good. You need to have some really weird facial expression.
You have to do
I
so
wish we had a
crazy.
video of like Crystal hitting the wind machine on Galaxy,
Yeah,
and
like-
that could turn into a fabulous.
And like
meme.
Can I make like random faces in a separate video and like send it to you, one or something?
You can. I mean, you can make them right now if you want to. We'll just shut up and watch you making funny faces.
Just
I mean,
make
that's.
random faces and then I could have my own meme because I'm feeling a little bit left out. Actually.
I mean,
The
Maria's
meme
got
thing.
one. Maria's
Maria's
got one,
one
of
is
her
funny.
laughing. I love that
Yeah.
one.
Kelsey has a great one. Is it
Kelsey has a great one.
Kelsey's? Wasn't hers like she was telling the story about like, and she was doing like the face like,
Should-
Yeah.
Yes.
Because she had the teeth whitening
Yes.
guards in, and she was scared because the fire alarm had
Yes.
gone off, and she was
And she
crying,
had
but
to
she
go
couldn't
out-
talk.
Yes, and she had to go outside, and she was like, "Oh my gosh!" Yes, Kelsey has a good one.
I have a lot of Kelsey for some reason. Like, there's one where I love, the one I love is apart from that one is the one she's just got her water bottle and she sucks it through a straw and you can see the water. And to me, it just looks like when you're watching drama unfold and you got the popcorn. And instead for Kelsey, it's just like
You know,
she's going to sit there and watch the drama unfold with her drink bottle. It was really funny.
I
haven't
feel like
seen this
Kelsey's
one.
very
Can you
expressionate
repost it?
anyway, so she would make for a
She is.
Yeah.
Her facial expressions. I feel like when I talk, I'm just always smiling, like
Yeah.
"Hi," or I'm having a bad day, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm having such a bad day, but I'm still smiling." Or I'm really sad, and I'm like, "I'm really
crying
sad
through
today,
the
but I'm
pain,
still
just
smiling."
have a smile.
See, that doesn't really make a
Like
gif.
every emotion is, I'm smiling.
Well, I mean, I can
that's
turn
the
that into
Florida
a.
effect. That's for living in Florida.
Okay.
It might be.
See, I can turn that
might be
into
in
a.
Florida. Eternal sunshine.
I can turn that into a little clip, but it won't really make a GIF. So if you want to be turned into a GIF that way and then be turned into a meme, you have to have really, like the one of Danielle was. What was she answering? She was answering something.
So I go,
She
or like,
Can I stage
I did
one?
something
Like,
in-
can we do a thinking one? Like, I'm like,
There we go. There's one for you.
I don't know. I can.
I don't know, Adrian, help me. Like, I need something. I mean, I want one.
You know, funnily, you're not the first person to say I want a GIF, and then there are other people who go, please don't turn me into a GIF, and I'm like, there's no one in between. There are people who really want one and they feel left out without it, and then there are people like, please don't turn me into a GIF because it's like, cool.
I'm feeling left out, and I want one.
Okay.
Here's what you have to do. You have to go and like drink a whole bottle of tequila, then come on the podcast, and then you'll be turned into one.
Oh, okay. So should the next one be pageants and pajamas and wine?
Yes.
Pageant PJs, and I'm trying to think of a drink that begins with a P.
Prosecco.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
PPP.
Can we schedule my next one? I'll be a little bit more prepared.
That is so dangerous. I can just think, like, I mean, the Lauren was already bad. Can you actually imagine?
I don't drink actually. So can you imagine this much wine? I'm gonna be like, like everything's just gonna be funny.
Now, see, this will work. I can guarantee you, I'll get something out of this.
Wait, everyone's gonna be buying you wine at the UK Power Pageant just to see what's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh, what happens with Crystal when she? It's like, I get a little bit more giddy and a little bit more smiley, and I don't even know that I can smile anymore, but I do. To the point where like my face hurts at the end of the night, and then like everything's funny, and just I just am like everything's funny. I don't know. It gets funny, and then like I love everybody. I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're my best friend. I just met
Go
you
to the toilet, meet a random person, and you're like, oh my god, I love you so much.
Like we just bonded because we were in the bathroom together. Let's be friends.
Yeah. I mean, how many phone numbers I've got in my phone of like so-and-so bathroom friend?
Oh, see, I don't do that. I always do the, okay, yeah,
we should hang out.
On Instagram. Send me a message.
Yeah. Follow each other on Instagram. I'm like, who is this person?
This is something guys don't do. We don't take photos of each other whilst we're in the bathroom. We really don't.
Because there's
photos.
Sometimes when you're washing your hands,
like Instagram accounts,
we have doors your hands and you have to like reach over to get so like, oh, excuse me, oh, hey, how are you?
No.
And then it starts up a conversation.
No.
And they're like, oh, what lipstick have you got on?
No, like there are times when it's.
I love asking that. That is my favorite question because I always love looking at like nude colors are so hard, and I always want to know like what nude are you?
None.
Okay.
Because I want that nude color. I meant like lipstick nude.
Okay, so I might not be able to make a GIF out of you, but I can definitely make that a clip.
See, I just compliment people on their shoes.
I felt like that just went downhill pretty fast.
Okay. That's a really nice nude while they're looking at their phone.
This is great. We don't even need to get you drunk. We just talk about getting you drunk and it has the same effect.
I always say that. I'm like, everyone else can drink. I think I get drunk off of them.
I just imagine you being really loud. And because I didn't know this when I interviewed you that you are, let's say, not 6 foot tall, I get this image in my head of you being super loud, but also super short. So I'd be like, where's that noise coming from?
All the time, Adrian.
I know.
Okay, so here's a story. Here's a funny story for you. I'll tell you. If Maria's still on, she'll vouch for it. That Tuesday that we started Galaxy, like everybody was checking in, and Maria had a practice, like a workshop for us to get to know the system a little bit better and learn the stage and go through some of that. So I went to that workshop that she had. And when I first walked in, Maria said to me, "Oh my gosh, Crystal, so nice meeting you. I didn't know you were so petite." I was like, yeah. Maria, didn't that happen? It did. And then actually everybody else that met me was like, "Oh, Chris, we're so small. Oh, we didn't realize you were so short. Oh, we didn't realize you were so little." It was like everybody's comment because I guess my photos are just at good angles and I'm tall in my photos. I don't know. But yeah,
I get that all the time. I get that all the time. People always think I'm taller than what actually
I did too, yeah. For some reason, I don't know why.
And I remember when you interviewed Rebecca,
6 foot.
because it was Rebecca and I standing.
Yeah.
Yes, I was so tiny next to
Yeah, she's bending over to hug you. What?
Yes, so I'm a tiny little one.
It's not nothing. I mean, I get called a giant all the time. So, you know,
How
all
tall are you,
the tall
Adrian?
jokes.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'1", or 185 centimeters in metric, whichever one you want. But for some reason I always thought, Danielle, you were taller than what you are. But Lauren's actually the tallest out of all of you. Lauren, you're like what, 5'8"?
No.
5'9"?
5'6".
You're 5'6"?
I'm actually taller than Lauren.
Yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 169.
168, 169. Yeah, 5'6". Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm
measured myself the other day
5'6" and a half.
5'6" and a half. You always put in that half.
Always.
And I round up. I'm 5'3".
I round up. I'm always like, yeah, I'm like 5'7". Rock up. No.
I'm rounding up to 5'3".
Okay. Well, I think
but
the model.
But I just heels.
I
always wear heels.
Trainers. So when I go to the gym, I look 5'7" because the heel is like this on the trainers, because they're like proper thick gym shoes. So I look really, really tall on them. I'm like, yes.
Okay.
It's like running in heels.
Yeah. So when we all take photos together at Galaxy, I'm going to have to be bending down a lot, is what we're saying, right?
Because we're all going to have
fun.
heels
We're going to wear heels, so it'll be fine.
We'll
probably be like the same
have my
height.
really high heels on.
You'd
I'll
need
make sure
6-inch
I wear
heels.
like my 4-inch at least, or 5-inch.
Okay.
I'll bump up.
Bump up. No monster heels.
So just randomly, and don't take this the wrong way, but is there alcohol at Galaxy UK? Like, because obviously the event is spread over separate nights, and as I said before, in Australia we don't have that. Literally, there is the one night that everyone turns up. So is every night kind of a party at UK Galaxy? Is that how it works?
No, I wouldn't say it's a party.
Not a party.
There is a bar. It's more of sophisticated drinks. If you want to, none of the contestants are allowed to drink or anything like that, but the bar is open for friends and family to have a glass of wine or a beer, because it is a weekend. It's people's weekends off work. So, but there is like a limit. Like, you're at a pageant, there's a way to act in a pageant, so just don't go overboard. Yeah. Like for us, it was like our handover night. Holly comes and she gives us like a bottle of Prosecco to celebrate our handover. At the end of the weekend, that's when our work is done. So we can kind of have a nice drink at the end, and Holly stays with us and like, what's your next plan? And we all just have like a good team.
I never celebrate with wine. I celebrate with pizza.
Or carrot cake.
Or carrot cake.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have so many people bringing carrot cake to Galaxy UK now. If you're coming to Galaxy UK, we will need to bring loads of carrot cake for Crystal.
Especially if they suspect you could be judging, you'll just like come and you'll have like 10 million carrot cakes.
They're like, we brought you some carrot cake.
You might.
Last year I bought these, they're called Napolitan, which is like a Mauritian style kind of biscuit. Good. And we bought those, and we had them made, and they were kind of purple hearts, and we had them done in ombre.
So good.
And we had them in those. We had little wrappers on them with, Galaxy UK logo on the front of them, and it was so funny. So I don't think a lot of people realise that me and Adina brought these, and then people were like, I think it was probably like the teens or the junior teens, they were like filming themselves, being like, "Thank you so much, UK Galaxy Pageants." I was like, "Oops." I was like, that's actually from me and Adina, not from Galaxy Pageant. We bought those. So I need to bring in a little something because we did that last year, and so I'll be bringing like a little sweet treat for everyone, because we have like a meetup.
I have,
we have a meetup on the 1st. So the Thursday night There will be a meetup in the hall, and that's open for everyone, not just because obviously the Ms and the Misses are competing the next day. So it tends to be a lot of the Misses and the Misses. But if you are a teen or a Miss or a junior and you want to come to the little kind of gathering that we have, it's the night before that it all kicks off. So I'll be bringing a little something for a little sweet snack because I've got a sweet tooth too. And
hey, yeah, I'll be there. I can't wait to try it.
Yeah, so I'll bring a little something.
Part of my I actually like had these you know, like luggage stickers that you can stick on hard case luggages. I had like UK Galaxy stickers made, and I've got a ton of them upstairs, and I'm like, I kind of like just need to throw them to Galaxy's way to be like, take these off my hands, because they've got the Galaxy UK logo on them.
Oh, how cool. Cute. Okay, I want one of those too.
Yeah, shotgun.
Okay, I'll bring them with me, and I'll literally I think there's like maybe 100 of them upstairs, so I'm just going to leave them on the side and people can just take them. Because I was like, when I was fundraising, it was like £2 a sticker, and I was like, it just goes towards my fundraising, but I never sold them because no one wanted them.
Oh.
Okay, I want one.
All right. How many people are we normally expecting at Galaxy UK, just so I can get an idea of size?
Ooh. How many you want to say? 200?
So
250?
When I competed, there was 220 girls compete in the year I did.
Competing?
Across all categories.
Jeez, that's so much bigger than Australia.
That's every night.
Yeah.
That's every night. They'll be like...
Wow, okay.
70 girls maybe a night or something like that.
Gee, that's...
Depending on who shows up. Some people just end up like not showing up for the weekend, or they come to rehearsals and then they're never to be seen again.
I've heard a lot about UK. I've heard it
average that's
in the 200,
180 to 200. Yeah.
Wow.
And like,
wow, that's incredible. I am
how many
so
families
excited.
come, and you have to like. Luckily for Queens, you get your seats reserved, so Maria and her Queens always have their table, but you kind of have to go early to queue to make sure that you get a good seat.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, arrive early if you can. Get into Galaxy if you want to get a good table.
This is a real deal.
Usually, I think doors open at like 6:30. We get there for 6.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's massive compared to anything that I've experienced here. That's probably a good at least 2 times, if not maybe 3 times, 4 times as big as the pageants that I've been to in Australia. So that's definitely going to be an experience.
And it's not the biggest hall either. You was the what?
Last year I was the hype girl, so I had to get up on stage and hype the audience up before the show.
That's so awesome.
See?
It's safe to say I haven't.
We'll make sure we nominate you as that again this year.
No, Holly's not replied any of my messages. So
you did that good a job, did you, Lauren?
No one kind of like, everyone else understood, but you know, like the families that don't get pageants like didn't understand anything. So I was like, oh great, okay, this is but it was good fun for me. I enjoyed it. I said to Dion, I'm like, I'm coming for your job. I'm gonna host this show one day.
Who generally hosts
it? I'm so excited. I can't wait. I've heard it's an amazing show. I've heard it's a pretty big pageant. I mean, the whole experience is gonna be so fun. I can't wait.
And there's no pressure either, so you can really like chill out and have a good time
and watch and meet everybody and just take a moment of it in. It's gonna be incredible. I cannot wait.
Wow. Okay, that's made me super excited.
The best thing for me is the fact that Holly allows everyone to wear their crowns and sashes no matter what system they're from. So
I love that.
It feels like you are a community that all come together to enjoy.
Yeah, everybody comes together. Everybody's supporting everybody. Yeah. I love that.
Oh, we have tons of pageant systems. Yeah, we have tons of pageant systems. So you'll see loads of girls there in crowns and sashes from all different systems. It really is one of the most inclusive nights of the year for pageantry. It is, it's great.
I'm so excited. I'm even more excited to come.
So I'll just catch you up on this. Glendale Martinez Gonzalez has said give her a gift to take it back to the gifts. Louise
that's
Lawrence.
The preteen's mom, actually. That's Gianna's mom.
Okay.
Glendale.
Lauren's mum has said, loving the t-shirt, Danielle. Yeah, I noticed that you're wearing one of Lauren's t-shirts. What did you want to show everyone what it says?
Oh,
all we
love
want is world
that.
peace. Make your orders with Lauren.
Are you wearing your UK onesie again?
Yeah, affirmative. Yes.
Okay.
I've got it around.
It's like bring it back to how we started with the UK flag onesie.
Can you get any more patriotic
God,
right now?
So cute.
I feel we need to play God Save the Queen.
God save our gracious queen. Yep.
There we go.
So,
We've got Danielle singing.
Adrian, you need to come with an Australian one. I'm going to come with a Welsh one. Crystal, you need to come with an American flag.
Okay.
Oh, a flag. I thought you meant a onesie.
For a onesie. Yes.
No, a onesie with the flag on it.
A flag onesie.
Okay, I'm on the hunt. I'm going to be searching today.
Oh,
I think I've seen them. I think One Piece, the brand One Piece makes like an American flag onesie. I think I've seen them.
There we go.
Okay, let me run.
Adrian, you need to find one now.
I'm ignoring you, Lauren. I'm going to run through the comments before we wrap things up. Maria has said, every cake I've had in UK is too dry for me, so I gave up.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of dry cake out here.
Someone has written their name. I don't know what that's about. Maria has said, make sure you eat something in capital letters because getting food will be a commodity after 10 p.m. And
okay.
Maria, I know some...
Always eat before you go to Galaxy.
Okay.
Lots and lots of snacks. Keep snacks in the room.
Looks like it's good. So someone has written, I know some at the Valerie Patisserie are good, but I've had no luck anywhere else. That must be about cakes.
No, I don't like Valerie Patisserie. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm not a fan.
All right. Well, we're going to have to find a good cake for Crystal somewhere.
I'm a cake snob. We need to go to Lord Ray. And I think Maria
that just sounds snobbish.
And Crystal. What, Lord Ray?
Yeah, Lord Ray.
Really good.
Did they?
They have one in France, and I went in France, and oh my gosh, it was so delicious.
So good.
I cannot wait to go back. And it was so beautiful and quaint and cute just walking in there.
Yeah, so they originated in Paris in France, but we have one in Harrods that so when the girls came to London last year, we were kind of trying to find places to, go and hang out. And I suggested a few places. And Lord Ray was one of the places that we went. And I said, let's go to the one in Harrods, because after having some cake and some tea, we can do something very British and we can have a look around Harrods afterwards. So I know my way around Harrods because, I just love to go. It's one of my happy places. I love Harrods. So it's everything I can't afford, basically. So we had a little walk around. We looked at all the designers. We looked at all the diamonds. And then we actually went to Ralph and Russo. Have you heard of the brand Ralph and Russo?
No.
Crystal, I'll tag you in some of their work. It is phenomenal. They create masterpieces. It's my favourite gown designer.
Yes, please. I want to see. I mean, I'm partial to my dress designer, Mr. Fernando Wong, but...
Oh, I love Wong. I love Fernando Wong. I loved your dress, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That was Fernando Wong.
Love, love, love. It's very different from his designs as well.
It was very different. I kind of created it with him and we drew it out and we just had this idea and then kind of just evolved every time we got together and met, and it evolved and evolved and evolved just a little more until it became what it was.
Yeah, it was stunning. I think I actually messaged you and did I compliment you on your dress before you went to international? I think I did, because I was like, oh my goodness, I love this dress. And
I got a lot of compliments on it. I know there was not one stone on that. And honestly, to this day, I have had so many compliments regarding that blue dress. Yeah.
I feel like we need more just nice fitted gowns without all the bling. That's like the look that I'm going for when I compete at Miss Wales.
That was 100% what I was going for. Just elegant, classy, fitted not too much. And then that was it. Just kind of true to who I am.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
I think you'll love Ralph and Russo. They play with a lot of silk. So I'll tag you in some posts,
tag me. I want to see. So I can be ready to go shopping.
Yes, well, if you come to London, then we have to go to Harrods, and they have a showroom in Harrods, and it has a kind of like all the beautiful designs that they have, and we were just kind of in like pageant heaven. We were surrounded by all this couture. It was amazing.
Oh, I hope Maria has that planned for us. I want to do amazing.
It sounds like a good place to take a credit card with no limit, is what it sounds like.
Oh, yes.
Limitless black credit card.
Make sure we have one of those.
Yeah.
Okay, we will wrap this up because we've been going for a while now. And Crystal, I always wrap up with what people have planned coming up. So, Crystal, what do you have planned? I guess why don't we go in between now and UK Galaxy, because obviously we'll see you then again. So, what have you got planned in the next couple of months?
Say, what do I have planned?
Yeah.
I've got UK Galaxy.
Yeah, over the next couple of months.
I have actually no trips until UK Galaxy. So I'll be around doing a lot of charity work, doing a lot of speaking. I'm actually on the board for a charity organization that my best friend started down here in South Florida. So we do a lot with feeding the homeless, with rescue animals. So a lot of charity, of giving back to the community, and then counting down the days till we're all connected in UK.
Yeah, not long to go. Two months, not even 2 months now.
Don't remind me. I feel so underprepared.
I'm just looking at it. It's the 14th of January.
That's today's date, isn't it?
14th of January for me. Oh, for you guys, 13th of January. Yeah, it'll literally be 2 months to the day now.
Literally 2 months to the day, yeah.
Danielle has begun hyperventilating.
So excited.
All right. Whilst Danielle fans herself, Lauren, what have you got on over the next week?
Not much, to be honest. Just working, going to the gym, keeping fit and healthy. I also need to case. We've just got together because I can no longer take any more donations now for books for the orphanage in Thailand. So I need to put all that into a suitcase to see if I can take it all. If not, I'll have to do another trip. And now I'll have to do another trip to Thailand and take them all again. So we'll see. It's just getting everything ready to go now. And final things sent over for Olivia's fashion wear, my evening gowns, just everything. Planning for a photo shoot that I'm doing in Thailand. I know I've been messaging Danielle with my Pinterest board.
Oh yeah.
And videos, and we've just been planning everything that I'm ready to do in Thailand next month. I only have like 22 days until I leave, so I'm so excited.
Wow. Did you manage to get the airline to sponsor the extra bag, or are you paying for it yourself?
No. I've decided now I'm not taking any clothes with me. In a suitcase. It'll all be in a hand luggage bag, all thin clothes, just all wrapped up really small, because I've got 10 kilograms.
That's all you need.
So as long as I can, and I can always wash my clothes. I mean, I'd rather
buy stuff out
for the children.
There. It's not expensive.
But I just found out yesterday. So to feed the kids for one day, it costs around £400. And there's 140 to 100 children from the ages of newborn to 18. So I currently have about £30 that people have sent me. So I am trying to raise a little bit more money on my end. And also when we get to Thailand, our friends will be donating and coming with us to basically give money to feed them for a day. So that's another goal that I want to set along with the school supplies and the books.
Yeah.
So it's just a lot of planning and preparation and just get my schedule all sorted, ready to go. And for fun.
Okay, just it sounds amazing. First off, secondly, so will you be here next week, or are we getting a replacement in for you?
Frozen.
No, I'm here next week. I don't leave until February 6th. So.
Hello. Cool.
Oh, okay. Daniel, you okay?
Hello. I lost you guys for a moment then.
I think it's actually your internet this time, Danielle. I think your internet's bugging out.
Can you see me okay? Am I blurry or like?
No, you have.
I can see you fine.
Your audio has come in and out on like a couple of short occasions, and sometimes you have frozen in funny positions, but overall it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you're just breaking up a little bit now. Yep. Okay.
Let me see if I can jump on my own. Oh, no. You lost me, sorry. I will see if I can jump on my Wi-Fi.
So if you remember back to our first episode, and we were late starting because I said one of us was having tech issues.
Guess which one?
It's usually me. It's me.
Danielle, are you coming back, or were you just oh, there you are.
I'm back.
Okay. Danielle, your turn. Apart from taking computer lessons, what are you doing for the next week?
Oh, for next week, Ms East London Galaxy has an event on the 17th. It's a soca night, so we're going to get down, we're going to dance. I'm going to that, and I will be hitting the gym a lot more because, as you mentioned, 2 months, not long. What else? I think that's about it. Just one appearance so far. I want to get a few more in for this weekend. That's about it, really. Sleeping, working on my sleep, and in the gym. The gym is my new home.
That doesn't surprise me at all, given how sporty you are. I know you're sporty. As I say, I always forget that Lauren is sporty. Like, for some reason.
It's because she talks about Taco Bell 24/7.
Yeah, Lauren, should I be
just to prove a point? Hold on.
I can't
She's
wait
get
to
some
see
kind of
this.
Athletic equipment now, isn't she?
I am.
What is it? Is it a tennis racket?
I was going to
Place your
guess
bets
that.
now. What is it?
I was betting tennis racket.
Football.
It's a Taco Bell bag.
No, it's not.
It's a Domino's takeaway box.
Here is my tennis
racket.
That is a Babolat Pure Drive.
How many times I threw it on the ground and it's like wrecked so many times.
Is that a Pure Drive or a Pure
Yeah.
Drive Plus?
It's a bubble up,
I know it's a Babolat.
but I don't know.
Babolat Pure Drive. The head is 100 square inches and it's 27.5. Oh, it's a Roddick Junior. Lauren, you can't play with that. That's a
Junior.
kid's racket.
I know, because I quit when I was like 12.
Well, I can't beat you up whilst... not beat you up, but I can't
Why
beat
do
you.
you still have that?
Because it's memories. This is why I keep it, because it's
It's a bit
memories of
big
when
for
I
a
used to
memory
play.
box.
You can't actually
No,
have...
it stays in the back room.
Lauren, that shock absorber can't actually be in that position on the string bed. That's actually illegal.
Oh, well, it wasn't illegal when I was 12.
No, it was. You just didn't know.
So she's like,
The
all right.
police didn't arrest me.
All right, so if you want to place
Take me
bets,
to
if you want to place
tennis prison.
bets, then you can bet on when I play Lauren in tennis, who's going to win. Place your bets on that.
Still got my swing, don't you worry, but I can't do it in here. I might break
she
something.
might take you out with that racket.
I'll play
To be
left.
fair,
I can
yeah.
play left-handed if you want. Do you want me to play left-handed? Actually, this is a really bad idea. I forget how competitive all you guys are. Oh, you're going to make me eat my words.
Don't mess with pageant girls when it comes to competitiveness.
I
No.
was gonna say we're competitive in everything.
Well, you should have seen, Chris, I don't know
Yep.
if you saw, but one time Lauren was actually, I think, in Thailand, and so we had Joanna Johnson sub in for Lauren, and as a joke, I said, you know...
She was my replacement.
Yeah, and then when I said, oh, maybe we'll have Joanna back next week and, you know, she can replace Lauren, she was like, yeah, vote for me. She was like, oh, God, like, it got pretty involved.
She's like, do a poll, do
Yeah,
a poll.
do a poll. So I like it. I think nothing wrong with a bit of healthy competition.
Okay, well, let me know if you ever need to fill in also.
Oh, okay.
You got Crystal in
I
the
could work on my meme. I could work on my meme.
You have to drink a bottle of tequila if you want to be my replacement, so we'll see how that goes.
Oh boy.
No one could ever replace that, Lauren. That is specifically you.
I don't think they ever will.
That was
No
very
one could
memorable.
ever replace me. I'm just one in a
Except for
million.
Joanna.
Yeah, Joanna can. I'll let Joanna off. She can replace me any day. If anyone sees my Instagram story, I actually forgot what Joanna was saved as on my phone, and I screen capped our competition on our fitness thing. And I just looked at my Instagram story, and I'm like, maybe I should change her name on my phone because it's very, yeah, it shouldn't be that. So go and check out my story to see what she's named as in my phone.
Okay. A lot of you at the moment have profile photos that look very similar as well. It's very confusing. So when you see messages, particularly in group messages, you can't really tell who it is because a lot of you have pageant headshots and it's like, which one is that? Which one is that?
Yeah.
Which one is that? Okay, Joanna has
You're not
said...
a pageant girl unless you put your professional headshot as your profile
Yeah.
photo.
Joanna has said
I've
love
actually
a
got a
bit of
professional shot on
competition.
LinkedIn as well. I'm guilty.
There you go.
I don't have
Okay.
LinkedIn.
All right, let's leave it there. Crystal, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys. Fun talking to you, and thank you for letting me join you. And I'm looking forward to the next time because I need a meme.
Well,
she will get it. She will get her meme.
I've never
so I've
heard
got
anyone
2
so
Mondays
set on it.
in February you can replace me for, and Adrian can create some
And then I can
memes.
work on my meme. Okay, perfect. Let me know when.
Okay. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks for sending in your questions, and thank you to Ms. Latimer and Ms. Parkinson as well for your time.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.
Bye.
I'll keep you guys on the line for just a sec, but I'm going to hang out with the audience and we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
What's up guys, it's Adrian again. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember to head over to pageantlaunch.com, join our launch team for our review site. It's super important to all of us to make sure that the industry is safe, transparent and fair. So head over to pageantlaunch.com, write in your email address, and we'll speak to you next time.